Hello everyone, welcome to Future Reach Podcast. Okay, so today we're going to run through a couple trailers of movies that'll be coming out from
September to November about 2017.
Oh, all the hits. We're gonna go through all the hits and what we think of it.
or just like the biggest movies, or to some extent, at least for us, it's gonna be coming
ones
out.
that interest us too, as well, and ones that are getting audiences hyped. I'd say.
Yep.
More interest us than audiences.
We care about you. Else. We care about you. It just like we can talk about Kingsman: The Golden Circle, but we can't talk about just like an obscure movie you're into that only you and your friends know about. Like, go talk to them. By the way, first movie we're talking about is Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
also known as Kingsman 2.
We all watched Kingsman 1, right?
Yeah, I didn't care for it, but
I personally really liked it. I really liked it.
It's James Bondish, but it has a nice twist to it. I love it.
I think that the joke is like it's a modern twist.
It's a James Bond for this era.
Yeah.
It has like a young guy in it.
I love the first one. It had Samuel L. Jackson in it.
He was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Doing a lisp.
That
was
great.
Fun. It was great, and it was enjoyable, and it got everything I wanted out of.
But this one,
kid-friendly
based purely on the trailer, it kind of looks like the same beach, but like we have American spies now.
Yeah, that was that. I see what you're saying.
Oh wait, no, they have super Americans because there's a Southerner whose choice weapon is a whip. Yeah, and he's dressed like a cowboy.
Okay, guys, before you go, don't watch the second trailer. Watch the first one. It's nice. It's concise. It doesn't spoil anything.
Yeah, we watched the first trailer. It's a nice little tease about what the first about what this film is going to be, and then the second trailer I felt gave away the whole plot.
Oh yeah,
and all the new characters.
All the new characters, and I didn't like that because I wanted them to be a mystery.
It's also the same characters that's on the posters.
It might be, but at the same time,
the CGI in this trailer. This looks Zack Snyder-esque.
It's more higher end action.
It looks like a lot of CGI though, so I'm a little nervous about that because all the actors are great and it looks like it's going to be fun, but that CGI looked pretty heavy.
It looked overkill a little bit here and there, but let's hold out for the best.
Are you going to watch it in theaters?
Maybe not theaters. I'm going to wait for ratings.
I'm considering it.
Yeah.
Because it does look really big. It does look, regardless of the CGI, it looks bigger than the first one. I think they're trying to John Wick to it, where they're going to try to make everything bigger and more grand.
Yeah, but that's a lot of sequels in general. Though.
Yeah, some succeed, some fail, but I kind of want to see what that looks like on the big screen. I'll see.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it by accident on Netflix at some point.
Yeah.
And next one, Justice League.
Nervous.
Very nervous based on the last...
That's
Batman
Darkseid, right?
Superman.
That's Darkseid, right?
Steppenwolf. The main bad guy, I believe, is Steppenwolf. Darkseid will come later on, I think.
Yeah. Nerd, okay.
Steppenwolf and the Parademons are part of Darkseid's team.
Yeah, okay, I see where they're going with this.
Nerd, what channel are we on?
Jesus.
I am really looking forward to Ben Affleck coming back as Batman. I love his Batman. I'm looking forward to Gal Gadot coming back as Wonder Woman.
And eventually Superman, for sure.
Superman should be coming back, obviously.
Like, that's who, like, the Alfred was talking to at the end, I assume.
I'm assuming that, too. And that other trailer, in the last trailer. Aquaman, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, looks really badass.
He was amazing as Drago in Game of Thrones.
Khal Drogo, yeah.
Oh my god.
Is he acting in this? It just looks like he's having fun.
He's Hawaiian. And there's a guy who asked him, it's just like, are you okay with swimming in water? He's just like, dude, I'm Hawaiian, bro.
I'm Hawaiian, bro.
And I'm like, I love that.
Because at one point he like killed a demon and then like surfed him straight through a building, jumped off of him and went, yeah!
Well, there's a great scene in the trailer where he jumps on the Batmobile. Right? And he's like, yeah, like a cowboy. And then he jumps into one of the parademons and spears it with his trident.
He honestly needs like a cowboy hat and like a theme song whenever he walks into a room that's like a banjo.
See, 2 seconds before that, Batman's just like, maybe this team won't last as long as that.
Maybe temporary. With Commissioner Gordon. That was my terrible Ben Affleck robotic accent.
Oh my god, they have J. Jonah Jameson playing
Commissioner Gordon. Gordon?
Gordon? What did I say, Jordan?
He's a Jordan, yeah.
Jordan.
But
Alternate universe.
As I was nervous with the Kingsman now, and because we have Batman v Superman, even though I liked Man of Steel, Batman v Superman is making me nervous, not just in terms of plot, but again, the CGI. This is going to be a CGI fest. Yeah. I'm a little nervous about that.
Everything's... Have you seen the behind the scenes for like the Batman versus Superman?
That's all green screen.
Oh my god.
You know what isn't CGI? The Foreigner.
Jackie Chan.
We're
looking forward to that. Jackie Chan and Pierce Brosnan.
I've never seen Jackie Chan play a villain before.
He's not playing a villain. He's like an anti-hero type, like a brooding anti-hero type. He's like a... Are
you sure? Because he did like ignite a car bomb across the street from an embassy.
Well, but no one was in it. You
can't make sure of that. It's a city street.
No. They even said like at one point he breaks into a location and it's just there to prove that he can do it. but he doesn't kill anyone.
Well, you know what it's about, right? His daughter gets murdered by IRA terrorists, and he's trying to find out.
Wait, is it RA?
I think it's IRA, the Irish.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
And that's why Pierce Brosnan.
Are they still a thing? Wait, hold.
I believe they still are. I believe they still are.
Like a legitimate threat to be in a movie like this?
Well, apparently enough for this to be. But regardless, that's the plot, and Pierce Brosnan apparently might know who did it.
Yeah, and he won't tell them.
It's heavily implied.
It's heavily implied.
Which means that if he doesn't, Jackie Chan really is the villain in this movie.
Not true.
I don't think so at all.
Because he's holding information that gets you to the villain.
Yeah,
he's a vigilante.
Because he's trying to conduct an investigation, and there's a sociopath from China murdering people.
If you put it like that, yeah.
What did it say in the trailer? Never push a good man too far.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can be called a good man and know how to like rig a car to explode if you open it.
No, he was in the military. He was in the military. His military background is what they call
No. I know. I get that. I just
and I love those pictures, old school movies.
Yeah.
When it's like slapping down the files, it's like it looks like special forces.
Well, regardless of what his character will be like, this movie does look awesome. I'm really the trailer got me really psyched for it, and I'm excited to see Jackie Chan kind of, even though he's playing like a brooding.
He's
character,
supposed to be very tired,
but he's a brooding character, which is not something Western audiences are familiar with. But at the same time, we still see him utilizing his environments.
There's like an actual drama role, right?
But we still see him doing classic Jackie Chan things, like utilizing his environments when he fights.
Yeah,
which looks awesome.
Minus the humor.
Yeah.
Given his age, is incredible. If he's still doing all of his own
Are you gonna
stunts,
watch it?
Absolutely,
in theaters,
100%. Really.
I'll be going with him for that one. Sure.
Probably.
Opening weekend.
I might watch it.
Opening weekend, I'm down.
It's like just as
I'll
Jackie
probably
Chan
watch
is
it on
our
Tuesday.
part of our childhood, and this could be one of his last movies. You know that? Right?
Yeah, that's what I thought of, like, 2 years ago.
What was the last movie?
He's done a lot of movies in China. He's been doing Chinese movies, but
yeah.
Western movies not so much. And this one takes place in London.
And he hasn't been playing a main role in those ones.
So
I watched Police Story.
I'm really looking forward to this movie, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I really, really hope that it is.
Speaking about like looking to the future, how about Blade Runner 2049?
Really excited.
Okay, quick question: I haven't watched the
one of my favorite films, Blade Runner, the original.
It's definitely worth watching if you haven't watched it before, and if you're going into this movie, I recommend you watch it just because
it is a continuation. It's not a remake.
It's not a remake, and they will kind of build you into it. But I read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep,
the novel from which it's based,
and it's like it's amazing. Blade Runner did a great job. It's not exactly the same as the novel, but it took the universe that they're based off of and pushed it further, right?
Ridley Scott directed the first one, and visually it's incredible. The music is wonderful. Harrison Ford is fantastic as Deckard.
I hope it meshes well, because like parts of the trailer made the movie look like it was sporadically set in different places. Like one set looks like it's in Mad Max. Another one looks like it.
No, it still looks like the California of the future. I think it does personally. I think, and the director is Denis Villeneuve. I'm probably saying his name wrong, which is sad because he's also Canadian like us. Mm-hmm. But he did Arrival recently. He's coming off of that, so we know he can do sci-fi. Yeah, and I'm so psyched.
This one is only one on the list. I think I'm for sure one of the two things for sure I'm going to watch in theaters.
Yeah, this with The Foreigner is 100% for certain. I'm going to go see this in theaters because I love Blade Runner. It's such a great film, and I think this one is really going to do the first one. I think it's going to be a sequel that is well done.
There's so many director cuts for it.
How about Suburbicon?
Oh, Suburbicon!
Suburbicon is coming out, and eventually
George Clooney directing and starring Matt Damon. I think George Clooney co-wrote it with the Coen Brothers. It's got a real Coen Brothers feel to that trailer, and it looks really interesting.
I'm interested. I'm curious because like there's a lot of stuff in this trailer that doesn't make sense to me because they're not really spoiling stuff. It's just like
it's a good trailer. It's a good trailer. Yeah.
People come in. Hey, remember me? And then just like cold cocks him in the face.
Yeah. Well, he also says somebody took something from us, right? Yeah. Something's going on in
so it's like a legitimate mystery on top of that.
It's not just a mystery. They killed his wife.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that was
it's Matt Damon, so I like almost everything he's in.
Oh, I love the way they animated him too. He's not just a badass. He's like a dad who's stressed out. He's just pumping those
covered in blood and.
I went from like 1 to like 2, and then like, like people speaking like he's like losing slowly, like dad rage is just like building up in his head.
And it's like he's talking to his son with his clothes all bloodied. I'm just like, this is that quirky movies.
Dark quirky.
Yeah, and I like Budapest Hotel and stuff like that. Those quirky movies, just it's a nice.
But this is the Coen Brothers style quirkiness, which is dark.
Yeah, which is fine.
And dry sometimes.
So like the whole mention the movie at the end might just be like life is pointless. There's no such thing as safety or whatever.
And you all should have seen Garth's reaction to the end of that trailer when Matt Damon runs away on that little bike. Oh, he just burst into laughter. It was hilarious.
It's like it's not the first time I see it. Every time I see it,
every time he sees it, we watched it again before we did the video, and Garth was like, Solomon was about to finish the video, and he's like, I've seen enough. Garth's like, no, wait for it. And then you see Matt Damon scurry away on the bike, and Solomon's just kind of sitting there like, what the hell did I just watch? And Garth's here laughing his ass off. It's so funny.
It's hilarious, just the way it goes.
But it does look like a fun movie.
The next one is Murder on the Orient Express, which that's an actual hardcore mystery.
Mystery book too.
Classic
It's the Butler.
mystery,
I'm calling
yeah.
it.
It's a what?
It's the Butler.
It's the Butler. I'm saying Johnny Depp.
You think the detective himself is the one who did it?
Not the detective. Johnny Depp wasn't the
Isn't he
detective.
the inspector? I thought he was the inspector.
No. The old man is the inspector with the mustache. Johnny Depp is just a character. We don't see him again in the rest of the trailer.
Yeah, that's why I think he did.
I think he's the one who
Who's
dies.
the number one? Who's the number?
Oh, he could be.
Who's the greatest detective in the world that he says at the end? Was that him or was that Kenneth Branagh?
Sure.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. I got mixed up with the accents.
Yeah.
Oops.
We watched the same trailer.
I wasn't paying attention to the
That's a bit
trailer.
like of an important detail there, Sammy.
Because at the end it zooms out and it's him with the.
You see
crazy
Kenneth
mustache.
Branagh with the mustache.
And he's the one who's walking through the train.
Honestly, dude, when we got to the Orient Express, I was still hyped on Blade Runner. I'm still really excited for that one. But anyways, I love I love one thing about that trailer though with the Murder on the Orient Express. I did love the way the camera was moving throughout the train car, and you saw the titles for all the different characters.
The professor,
Yeah.
It reminded me of Clue, and like those murder mysteries are basically
It kind of is, yeah.
And the thing was like when I was watching it, I'm
classic
just
murder
like
mystery.
I wanted to enjoy this murder mystery without reading.
Did they stop the train?
No.
It did stop in the trailer.
At one point
It didn't stop in
they
the
stopped
trailer.
the train.
Yeah.
Oh, when he was dead, right?
Yeah.
The emergency.
So like, did he physically just stop the train? Like, why?
I don't know. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Like,
So
he's a train conductor, not a goddamn like sea captain. It's like
Again,
sea laws.
they
I
didn't
own this.
They didn't give away too much.
yeah. So we don't know what's really happening.
We just know who the characters are, but they don't. And it's an all-star cast again, which is great. But
What's the lady?
Yeah, it
the
sets
one,
it up
the
nicely.
old woman, the one who's
Judi
playing
Dench?
princess.
Judi Dench?
Yeah, because she's in Victoria and
Yes.
Abdul.
Okay. I'm really interested in this one, Victoria and Abdul. We just found it on the. When
I'm
we were
watching this for
looking
sure.
it up. Yeah,
I'm
it looks,
watching this 100%.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! It reminds me of
Yeah.
that movie that told me the
The Man Who Knew Infinity, right?
Yeah.
I think it's in that same tradition between British and Indian relationships,
Yeah.
right? But it's about Queen Victoria, Judi Dench. She's in her 80s now, and she gets a servant from India named this man named
like,
Abdul.
Yeah, like a young Muslim guy from some like not the slums, but like some neighborhood, some random neighborhood.
He's from India. They don't really
Yeah.
say where exactly, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
And
But
apparently this is based
yeah.
on a true story to some extent.
yeah, and the trailer itself is really touching. I was like actually getting emotional while I watched it because there's a scene where somebody's talking rude to him, and she says, "How dare you talk to Abdul like that?" And I was like, "Wow, that's really I don't know, it's just really touching."
Because like
Yeah.
at some point he stops being her servant, becomes her friend.
becomes a
Right,
friend.
right.
Yeah,
And because of that, at some point in the trailer they show like you either you disregard him and treat him as a servant as you should, or we'll just say you're crazy.
and it said in the
Yeah.
trailer too. It said they had nothing in common except friendship or something like that.
Yeah.
It was a cheesy line, but it was
You will
still
teach
wonderful
Me,
given,
you will teach me
given the
Arabic. You will
context.
teach me about Islam, and you will show me your culture. Like that's something she said. Right?
She was so respectful towards him and their relationship. It's just really nice. It looked like a really nice movie.
It was fun. It was fun. And
I'm
it looks
interested. I'm actually very interested. Tidbit, like apparently, like the UK, Britain has like an actual history of Islam well before what's it called? Like the rest of Europe had actual contact with like the Muslim world. So hey, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Did
man.
not know that.
Like I think like Western Europeans were the first ones to convert, and like the British were
Really?
the first ones.
Really?
Yeah, like white British people like who
No
are
kidding.
interested in Islam went, oh cool, that's a thing. I'm Muslim now.
Do you think this movie will touch on that?
I think this happens way after that. Like this goes back to like
How far back are we going?
when the Ottoman Empire was an actual threat.
Okay.
Wow, that's quite a distance back. But
On an individual level, the film, like taking culture aside for 1 second, just for 1 second, on an individual level, it just looks really touching too. Just between two people who are from different worlds.
Yeah, like
Well,
just like
definitely-
the highest level of extravagance.
Yeah.
And the most like humble of
And
beginnings.
India being a colony, obviously.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that frosty relationship leads us to the snowman.
Frosty, like
Frosty relationship.
kind of undercut.
That was one hell of a transition,
That
Garth.
was-
That
The movie's
transition
scary.
is how we feel about that movie. It is very
Weird.
I'm not watching this.
Weird.
I don't do horror.
It reminds me of Zodiac Killer. That's what it reminds me
Yeah,
of.
that's a good comparison.
And that's what it got the feel from it. The snowman is just literally about a murderer who cuts off people's heads and puts them on snow.
Or body parts in general, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's body parts, but we can't dive too deep into it because they don't explain.
And you see Michael Fassbender in a really strange accent discussing what is going to happen, trying to find this person, this killer.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like a scene where you see literally a woman's head on top of a snowman's body, and it was just that made me jump a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Or like somebody's head was missing. There's like a snow head, whatever,
on top of it, right? Yeah. Like I'm actually like.
And that's supposed to.
I'm getting a little flustered thinking about it. It really was a creepy trailer.
Oh yeah. The moment in the garage where they had a snowman's head
on the person's body. That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. It's a creepy trailer. It had me though. I do want to see this movie.
It's another concept of the murder, detective finding the murder. And see these movies here, all of them, they kind of like after Orient Express and like the Jackie Chan, but Victoria stuff. And Abdul. It's like it's bringing me back to like the age of movies when we weren't doing comic books every 2 seconds, right? It's a nice little taste of.
Well, this is like the fall run,
and,
right?
You know,
like,
we all love our. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I'm saying like this is the fall run for movies. Like they're either just going for a completely different crowd than from the summer crowd, or they're going for an Oscar.
Well, I'm happy that we were touching on all these films because I love comic book films as much as the next guy, but I'm really.
But my God, do we need some?
Yeah, we need some films.
We need to freshen our palate.
I want to break from the blockbusters, and I just want some films. And we did touch on obviously a few, but there are some in there that I just think are going to be fun and interesting and fresh, and I think it's going to be an interesting fall.
Yeah. Especially Blade Runner.
Can't wait for that.
Hardcore sci-fi looks like.
Can't wait.
Can't
wait for the vast majority of these that we touched on.
The whole list we talked about today all seem very interesting. Even the creepy one.
Orient Express, Victoria Abdul, and
Foreigner.
And the
Which ones are you guys looking forward to? Maybe hit us up in the comment section and let us know.
Yeah, if you think we missed any movies that like are must-sees for fall, put it down in the comments below. Let us know.
Other than that, what can I say then? Subscribe.
Subscribe. That's been us, Suleiman, Garth, Sammy. See you guys next week. Peace.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, you can check out the next video here. If you're in a daring mood, you can select a random video here.